Namaste, to honor the light within all. So many blessings. You see, yesterday's lesson was forgiveness is the only gift I give. And to see that's the gift that goes on giving. It's the infinite gift, the gift of infinity, infinite love. And we thank Jesus for this guidance to bring this holy, the band of brothers, the true band of brothers devoted to the truth, devoted to honesty of God, to honor the light within each other and look at the lessons with Jesus and have him just guide us. Jesus, show us what miracles today, our only function. Miracles. Lesson 298. I love you, Father, and I love your Son. Learning to love the Son. The unlearning of the idea that the Son that hate's possible. To see that hate doesn't go out anywhere. Hate is denial of divinity. And fear, denial of divinity. And the love of Christ that tells us this need not be. It need not be. That as the Son of God, there's the power always to see and honor that the light's here. Thank you, Jesus, for showing us the way so gently, so beautifully, to ask him to point with such precision of where the denial is. Like we don't even know where the denials are. And to have him, okay, here, look at this. No, look at this. Okay, don't keep looking at that. Don't move on. And just, it's just like the little rudder on a boat. Let him drive it. So gently. It was spectacular. When he was talking to Marguerite about, I'm in control of the cantonment. You think you need to take the rudder. And how many times the hand goes back to try to grab that rudder from the one who knows. I'm taking over the boat. We don't even see that. We need to even ask him, Jesus, is my hand on the rudder or is yours? Oh my gosh. We want that rudder. Jesus, do I have any desires below my level to deny myself supreme happiness? That's like the only question worth asking. Show me all the denial of supreme happiness. That's when you're really ready to see what's under the hood of the car. Give it to me. Anything. The slightest twitch to supreme happiness. I love your Son. Expression of supreme happiness is the celebration of loving the Father. That. That's supreme happiness is the celebration of the Father and the Son is one. Okay. It's just accepting it and ceasing to deny it. How simple can that be? Doesn't seem simple. In the quagmire of the asteroid belt, the miscreation. Yet it's right here, is the light here always. Anytime you've ever asked Jesus, has he ever said, I won't help you? But he will tell you when you're not willing to help yourself. Because we're supreme beings. He can't interfere with us being supreme beings. Why would that would admit that we're not supreme? he's not going to make it real that we're not supreme beings of the highest order, celestial order, the only order. But if we give over the rudder on the boat, he'll tune us right into supreme beingness again, to show us what can never be lost. Am I sitting on the lap of God? Even when I'm denying, let's just ask, even when I'm denying myself divinity, I'm still sitting on the lap of God? And you're like, even when I'm really, 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 really mad and angry and want to tear all my hair out and throw a fit on the floor like a 2-year-old, am I still in the lap of God? Ask God. Is there any other place in the lap of God? Can we find that in the light? Yeah, he just keeps reminding me to say no to Jesus is to say no to infinite, unchanging love. It's to say no. It's to sit on the lap of God, as he reminded me, and holding up a protest sign. I don't want to be God. You and your little dog too can go. Jesus is laughing at that. Because it's true. We have to admit it. And then we can just laugh when we're being, when we're acting insane. Or that's why we have to be like little children and see the temper tantrums that we're throwing every time he tries to help us. No, just remember that 2-year-old. No, no, they don't even know what they're saying no to, and they're still saying that. They're to remind us of what we're saying to God. No. And the fists go down. And I remember, I think I told that story when I was at Living Miracles. I don't want to watch my thoughts. Yeah, who's the one who doesn't want to watch to see who's creating them? Oh, that's too funny. I love you, Father, and I love your Son. Jesus, are we still loved by God even when we're throwing a tantrum? Look at your children, see the reflection. I don't have children, but even when your dog's throwing a tantrum, that's the thing. We'll bestow upon dogs. You know, I posted that dog post. And you see, you'll start like your dog can pee on your carpet and you just love it. You still love that dog. You just love that dog. But, you know, you see how the ego creates the little categories. It's okay for the dog. The dog can do no wrong whatsoever. But anybody else that walks in that room, they're just going to get it. That's the insanity of the shark hunt in the ego thought system. I'm going to find but the dog can do no wrong. And that's really why in consciousness, there's an idea, see, that dogs are unconditional love. They're just a symbol of the unconditional love and how we're saying no to unconditional love. Because dogs are, they are. They don't have to take the Course in Miracles to be who they are. They're like happiness. They're like on to the next hole to dig in, you know? They're not arguing with God about, look, God, you're giving me a really bad day today. You know, they're like so innocent. Next thing, you know, you see all those pictures on the internet where the owners come home and the house is like shredded with paper all over. They got the toilet paper and they spread it everywhere. And the owner's, oh, you're the most precious. Look at you. This is the selectivity. See, but also we can hide from joining with beings. You can hide by, I just love my dog. It's being around people that I can't stand. That's the separation. It's making rules. The ego makes rules about what it likes and it doesn't like. And, so I had to make that post because the spirit, I didn't like I didn't like dogs. Don't touch them. They slobber. How can you have that thing on your bed? So it's hilarious. So this is how the spirit works until you look at everything, right? But so my sister, who didn't like dogs either, she sends me a picture of her dog. Her son's dog sitting on her bed. That would have been horrible. That would have been horrific. And you just see like the spirit just kept sending dogs. They'd be our boyfriends. They would all have dogs. And then you just slowly fall in love and you just go, they're adorable. They're innocent. They're so precious. They're so cute. And then it's such a symbol of falling in love with yourself. It's not the dog you're falling in love with. It's not an object or a person, or it's the release of the desire to deny infinity. And it plays in consciousness, as though we love our dog. We love our cat. And it's hilarious. Look at all the things that those animals can do. And it's just the cutest little it's like the symbol of the love God has for us. You're just the cutest little thing. I love you, Father, and I love your Son. And it's just falling in love with ourselves, the self, the totality. And seeing, you can't really be out of love with that because it just is. But it's a symbol of releasing the concept of what love is, and reversal of the play that consciousness does to be terrified of love, when it's really terrified of the ego masquerading as terrified of love. Jesus starts out that way, pointing us, you're afraid of love. So we'll look at it. I am afraid of love. The question is, does that need to be? We look at the light. We're afraid of the concept of love. We have love. We create a concept. This is what love is. It's going to destroy me. I'm going to be vanquished. I'm going to die if I see that I'm the light, to prevent us from looking to see where the light, and it's already happened. Too late. You're already tagged by God, all over, done. So we can have an adventure in which we adventure to pretend like we forget God and we can't be God and we can't, and how can I find God, and I'll never find God, and no way to go see God, and this is really hard, this waking up, and I really hate this waking up, and I hate all this looking. See the story? You can see it here how meanwhile we're sitting on God's lap. It's like, I'll never wait, it's just not happening for me, I can't do it, sitting on God's lap. But where is it? Where's all this happiness Jesus is talking about? I can't find it. Sitting on God's lap. I'm so afraid, I can't. It's fear. We have to laugh about it and just go to Jesus. Oh, Jesus, all right, yes, I just decided that to play the game of being a somebody, which is a nobody. Mr. Nobody. They wonder watching that. I don't know. The desire to be a somebody, so we can have a protest. I'm going to protest my rights. Jesus, I have rights, and I have the right to be independent of God. That's what it is. We have to be. And Jesus, if you take that sign away for me to protest, I'm going to hold up this one. I don't want to listen to you. But at least at that point, we can at least admit it. I see the I in it. I don't want it. So every time we watch a 2-year-old go into terrible 2 stage, it's not at 2. The terrible 2 lasts until we say, it's ongoing, the terrible 2s. We have never transitioned out of the terrible 2s. We just think we have. It's like hilarious. Have you ever seen those pictures of kids that go to Santa Claus? They have money. They're sitting, Santa Claus brings all the gifts at Christmas, and they sit on his lap. Someone was talking about being Santa Claus one time. It might have been Ryan Reynolds. I can't remember who it was. Someone's really hilarious. He's talking about every kid that sat on his lap was terrified. I was sitting on the one who would give us Christmas 24/7 going, I'm not having nothing. Oh, is that true, Jesus? Let's ask Jesus. Yes, that's so true. He's trying to give us the gifts. He's already given us the gift of the kingdom. I don't want to wake up. At least we can laugh with them about it now. Okay. And see that it's a decision in mind. It's just a decision. Is the light deciding anything? Is the light deciding, look, I'm going to protest God? The light just is there. It doesn't know what protest is. Oh, we're willing to see dogs in innocence, and it's just a symbol of innocence. We're innocent. Look at those little eyes they have. And then look in your brother and see those little eyes. We don't want to look at those eyes to see ourselves. Ask Jesus, because you'll see yourself reflected in that. Don't want to look. I'll look away. I don't want to see what I've denied because it's true. I love you, Father. To say I love you, Father, is to say we love ourselves, the self, the one. Totality, all that is, the enchilada. I love your son. Let's look if any tension comes up around I love your son. Any kind of little twitch. Oh, yeah. We just ask Jesus. When he points it out, I just laugh. Okay, there's a twitch. Let's look at the twitch. Okay, Jesus, what's underneath that little twitch when I read I love your son? Or sometimes you want to heave, That's how badly we don't want to be on God's lap. Let's just look. I love your son. Is there any desire not to have an experience in which I do not feel love for myself? And I'm willing to just look at it. Show me the desire not to experience loving myself. You just be with the protest. Let it rise full on, protesting. And ask Jesus, am I still protesting? Yes. Okay. And just sit with the protest. Protesting God now. Yep. Okay. Feel the protest. Let it rise up. The protest against loving ourselves. Jesus, is there anything else? Are we ready for a miracle? He says, no. Okay. Oh, so much love in that. Honesty of God, we're being helped to see. Nope. More to look at here. Okay. You show me any more desire to deny myself love? He goes, yes. Okay, show it to me. Show me how much I want to deny myself supreme love. there anything else, Father? Oh, he says yes again. Okay. Jesus, show me any desire even deeper. Can we? Yes, he says, yes, we can go deeper. Yes. Yes, stay with me. Stay with me. Just let that energy of the big no, the big protest of God come into full awareness. Just be with it in him. And just feel that I don't want. Let that come into awareness. Oh, you're right, Jesus. I feel it. I don't want it. I don't want that infinite, unchanging love. Like with every cell, I don't want it. Sometimes it feels like, okay, good. Is that good, Jesus? Hear him. Yep. Okay. Are we ready for a miracle? No. Okay, I love your son. Any no to I love your son? I'm willing to see it. Show me whatever I need to see around that, Jesus. We ready for a miracle? We can hear it. Nope. Okay. Oh, is there something else we need to see here, Jesus? Show it to us around not loving your son. And pretending like we don't love the Father. The Father doesn't love us. The Father doesn't love me. Is there any energy around that? That story? Which is a desire not to feel loved by the Father. Is there any energy around that, Jesus? The Father doesn't love me. The Father can't love a me because the Father doesn't know what a me is. See that the light doesn't know what a me is. Just be with that miracle. We feel you, just the infinite, the infinity in a miracle. Feel it. Just know it. How it points. It's like infinite love. Miracles aren't finite. They're infinite. That's why they're natural. The only thing natural is infinite. He knows when we're ready to accept it fully, to accept infinite fully. The joy of it is, it feels like expansion. We talked about this as these heavinesses fall away, that there's a point this heaviness is unknown. Contraction's unknown to infinite light. See that? The love of the Father, the infinite. Rest as infinite. Set the dial. There are no commercials on this channel. Nothing to just love. My gratitude permits my love to be accepted without fear. See how gratitude, the power of gratitude, just thank you, thank you, thank you. Like Muji says, thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for everything. Every twitch, thank you. And thus I am restored to my reality at last. Is the only reality light? Any extra realities in there? Is there an asteroid belt in light? Is there anything other than infinite in light? Let us join quickly in a moment of light. All that intruded on my holy sight, forgiveness takes away. Oh, thank you, Father. That's gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Father, for this gift. Forgiveness takes away. All the ideas that the gifts of the world gives, any gifts. That's why he focuses on the one gift, forgiveness, which is to allow to see that we have what we've denied and just admit it. That's forgiveness. Admit it. Da-da-da, done. Ask Jesus. Just admitting it and here, yep. See the simplicity. Light, admit not light, light. Then he does a light sandwich. So there's nothing but light. Light, forgiveness, nothing but light. And just those miracles, just infinite. Infinite celebration of all that is. And I draw near the end of senseless journeys, mad careers, and artificial values. I'm asking if it's helpful to look at. Yeah. He says, look at the desire for senseless journeys. Jesus, do I have a desire for a senseless? This is a senseless journey, he's saying. The senseless denial of infinity. Let's find, is there any sense to a denial of divinity? Is there any sanity in that? Let's ask the light. Can we find one shred of sanity in that? It's a play to hold up the protest sign, but when it's already done. You know, it reminds me of this little guy that the war was over in Japan, and I think he lived on an island for like 40 years or something, still believing that the war is going on. It was over. War's over. Jesus, is there any desire to continue the senseless journey? And if there is, just go, okay, show me, will you help me? I'd like your help. And see what he says. Yes, you have the willingness. You come to the light circle. Of course. That's what we're here for. To be helped by the one who knows. And have that voice be the only voice that we know. Is supreme happiness having your voice being the only voice I know and listen to? And hear what he says. Senseless journey, mad careers. I was asking about. I'm asking, can we? Yeah, he says, ask me about those mad careers. Jesus, show me what a mad career is. Anything other than me? See how fast it starts? It's like, we don't have to have a delay to hear that voice. It's real time. This is the real time, right on point. Timeless, the timelessness. Mad careers. Show me all the mad careers, Jesus. I'm willing. Every time you dance with the devil, it's a mad career. Every time that little protest sign goes up, is that, no, and triple no. But it's okay to say it because then you can hear that you're saying it. See, if we're playing in the fear, we're not seeing that that's a triple no. No and no and no. If we play in sadness, it's a no and no and no. That's why he's translating everything that comes out of our mouth. That's a no. Is that a no, Jesus? Yes, he'll tell us. Is that a no? Yes, it's a no. Okay. They just say, yes, okay, that's a no. He shows us where all the no's are. No, 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 no. That's why they send us 2-year-olds, so we can see what our no really looks like, because at least they're out in the open about saying no. And they're just no. It's just clear. There's not any sideways. There's not any little pretending. It's just no. At least there's no doubt about a no. But we don't know what the no is. We kind of him haw hedge. Ask Jesus. I'm not sure I'm hearing you. No, that's a no. I'm not sure. That's a no. Still, Jesus, will you show me all my no's together today? At least we can be direct. Let him be direct. Okay, that's a no. Okay. My whole and all that intruded on my holy sight, forgiveness takes away. So let's see, forgiveness. Can we ask for forgiveness? Oh, he says, yeah, senseless journey. Let's ask for forgiveness. A miracle. Let's just go right in there. Can we ask for a miracle? Okay. How about for mad careers? Yes. I'm entitled to miracle. Ask for mad careers. Okay. Artificial values. Let's look at that one. Jesus, give us a lowdown. Artificial value. Anything other than God. There's only one answer. See how simple it gets. Anything but light is a value that does not exist. See, this is getting so simple. Anything other than light, the tiniest twitch is a value, is a no. The value to say no. Artificial values say no to God because it's already happened. There's not, nothing happened. That's all he's showing us. Nothing happened, can happen, will ever happen. Nada, nada, netty, 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 netty. Netty, netty. Nothing, nothing. I accept instead what God establishes as mine. That's just it. Do we accept the light? Are we willing to accept light? And then you just hear a big no. And we laugh. Okay, show me where that no is. Is that no true? Can we say no to light anyway? Like, no. We can't even say no, but we still say no. That's hilarious. Is that insane? Let's ask Jesus. Yep. I accept instead of what God establishes as mine. I accept instead what God establishes as mine, sure that in that alone I will be saved. Is the only salvation light. Jesus, is there anything else I'm stapling myself to pretend that salvation's something else? See, what happens is we took out the stapler and stapled salvation to the no. So as long as salvation, the desire that salvation be in the no, there can't be a full yes to what's already happened. Because we're the investment, as he's saying, the artificial values, the investment is in the no, below our level of awareness. And so it runs us. We think we have free will. No. We're practicing free will of death, the free will to be dead, pretend like we're dead. But it's not free. See, I'm free. I carry the will of God to be free. No, you're carrying the will of what the idea you have of God is, and therefore you can't be free because you're owned by your subconscious mind. You're owned by what you're hidden from awareness. below our level of awareness, we're owned by that. Then we're like little monkeys on a string, reflex string. And then we're complaining about being a monkey on a string. Can't be a monkey on a string. It's impossible, but we'll play like we're a monkey on a string, just reflex and jumping around and in terror, moving around to hide the terror. Not to look. So this is really direct looking, the power of direct looking. I accept instead what God establishes as mine, and in that alone I will be saved. Jesus, is there any desire for an experience of salvation outside of what God establishes? I'm willing to see it. Show me where I'm looking for salvation in something other than you. Sure that I go through fear to meet my love. So Jesus is offering this new way. The surety that if you stay with him, you need not fear. That fear is an idea, and he'll show you directly that it is. Ask him. In the light of divine being, Jesus, are you going to show me that fear ain't nothing? He's just saying, what he means by that is just stand into it, to see that it's a pigmentation. That's all he means, is stand into it. You don't have to experience it as a, running like a banshee in the night of terrors. No, he's just saying, look with me to see the miscreation, the desire for the experience of fear to mask love. He's really showing this is fearless. That love is fearless, and that we have to stand into it. We can't back off from it. Because backing off is making our miscreation real. That's what he's saying. Making the miscreation real by not just standing into it. But see who you're standing with, the light. Is the light backing down on fear? Does he have a back down plan? Oh, that's terrible, I'm going to run. No, see, the light's just staying. Whether fear arises. But also remember, Master Jesus, if we staple the tag on it of fear, what if you just call it the no is rising up? Look at that no. Look at that big fat no. That is the biggest, fattest no I've ever seen. And to see it for what it is, the big fat no. Oh, that's an interesting little protest sign rising up there. Okay. Okay, Jesus, can you show me? I'll show you the desire for it. That's what he says. I will show you the desire for it. Okay. We accept. Sure that I go to fear. He's just guaranteeing us whatever we see. The fear has no dominion over light. There's no guarantee better than that. You can't, what was I looking for? Oh, a door lock. I couldn't find a door lock. Now that's the humor of it all. For the front door, I couldn't find one with more than a 1-year guarantee on it. Like, we can't find a guarantee on anything. God is our guarantee. There's no guarantee other than your light. That's it, Don. Yeah. The only guarantee is light. But we want the guarantees offered by the ego's plan. Jesus, do I want any guarantees by the ego? Ask him, have I signed, sealed, and delivered myself to the ego? The ego's guarantee plan of death. You can see the contract. He's going to show you where the contract is with the ego for death. Sound, seed, delivered on. No.
I'm yours.
I'm yours. I'm God's. That contract is written, sealed, and done. No getting out of being the light. This last the light. Just look at the light. The light's here. It's not going anywhere. It's the script is written that the contract is the script is your light. Bonk. There's no other script written in that one. You are light. Dun, dun. And everything else is a little play, a little script that's being written by the subconscious desires to pretend like we're not light. But it still can't overwrite the script of the light. Let's just see. Is God saying, oh, yes, of course you can have a different script? No, he's not. He's saying this is the only script there is. That's why it's a required course for you. It's a required course because you can't get out of being the light, even if you want to be. Then you can try hard, you can paddle hard, and you're still going to be in an ocean of love. It's inescapable. But we're mad about it. I'm really mad because I can't be separate from God. And then we blame God. God, I'm really mad at you that I can't be separate of you. It's true. We all know because we all heard it. Ask the light. Is that true? Yeah, it just don't. It gets so fast, it's like that. Because when we ask in the light of divine being, is there any limitation? No, it's like immediate. That's how immediate the voice for God is. Truth is immediate. It's the ego that's the I don't know, which is the no. It's a different kind of I don't know. God's I don't know. So there's the ego's I don't know, which is I don't want to know who I am. So I can know something and tell God I know something and let him know how much I know. Or the unknowing, the Chancy Gardner, oblivious, clueless. I don't know anything about that. Like, this just don't know anything. It's like someone was asking me, okay, what are we cooking? I was nothing for lunch. I don't know. Really, there's like, well, I guess whatever shows up, and that's what's going to be there. Like, there's no pre-planning. Now that doesn't sound like an advertisement, but it's freedom because there's no, whatever shows up is good. There's not like a preconceived, there's not like a little rain cloud in there densitizing and doing a little printout for lunch today. I'm going to have this and then I'll be happy. Printout. See, it doesn't. It doesn't do that. It's not like you don't think, something about the future, but you're not stapled to it. It's not, if it changes, you're not, that concept of what the vacation, how many vacations we've gone on, it was hell, but we thought it would be just the most wonderful thing because I had it all planned out, like that trip to Alaska I took with my parents, where I had every second planned out. I mean, I gave them an hour by hour calendar for 7 days. Oh, my mother loves me so much. This is how we're going to have fun when we go to Alaska. Certainty. That's how much certainty was needed, And it's never like you plan it. Has it ever one iota for like 1 minute? And then you'd start seeing how many miracles have we seen since we started the course where it was never like we planned it, but it was like Jesus made it it was like on steroids better than anything we could have planned. Isn't that true? You know, when you start
Yes.
following them, it's like everybody's going, look at those heads going.
Yep.
And you can see there's more over here. Did Jesus plan it better than we need each other for that reminder. Like I said yesterday, if the mighties hadn't come in and said something about those chapters, where are the rest of the what chapters? You know, they were the prompts sent by Jesus. Do you see? Like he said to Marguerite, I mean, it was stunning. When she was going to join with somebody, Marguerite, you have to correct me if I didn't remember this perfectly, and he comes in and he goes, she was going to join with them, and he tells her, how do you think that's being arranged? To have that exact being coming at that time, because he's in control of time and space. That's just stunning. That's the Course in Miracles by direct experience. This is what he's been promising since you will experience it by direct experience. Like he's not just writing a book and putting it out for some time in the future. He's saying it's now, no future in this, no next life. He's saying supreme happiness. I would not follow any way but yours. We can breathe. See how much we're not breathing. How much we want to stop that breath, as that came up yesterday in that beautiful interaction, just beautiful. And I am grateful for your holy gifts of certain sanctuary and escape from everything that would obscure my love for God, my Father, and his Holy Son. And I am grateful for your holy gifts. And when that gratitude, number, everyone's starting to talk about that. It's like, for all the Father's given, it's a protest against gratitude, because gratitude is just what we are. That's identity. Gratitude is what we are. Then you just get those little gratitude shots, and it's like, oh my God, everything is like, oh my, whoa. Thank you, Father. And then we just look, okay, Jesus, show me where I don't want gratitude. The protest. Here's my little protest sign. I'm willing to see it. So we can see there's even a no to gratitude. Say, I don't want gratitude. Yeah, because the ego doesn't want gratitude, because gratitude is natural. And it likes the unnatural. Gratitude is what we are. It's just the song of creation. Let's ask for a miracle on any desire not to pure gratitude. Can we ask for it? He says, you probably need to look at some things with me first. Okay, what do we need to see? Can we do it now? Yep. Okay. Just see how much you don't want it. Okay. And just stay with the not wanting of gratitude, the no. And wanting to control gratitude, he's saying. Want to control it. All right, look. You think you can be safe by controlling gratitude, he's saying. Okay. In the light of divine being, honesty of God, is that true? The gratitude, it's natural. It's an idea. It's part of the dream. It's part of the dream of not being. Gratitude. an attempt to limit infinite love. To limit what doesn't know anything other than gratitude. The song of prayer just sings like crickets. Crickets of gratitude singing the glory of God. And you can hear, I don't want to be a cricket. You're already a cricket. It's too late. And I'm grateful for your holy gifts of certain sanctuary and escape from everything that would obscure my love for God, my Father, and his Holy Son. He keeps reminding me gratitude's most natural to you. It's what's natural. Anything other than gratitude isn't natural. That's the song of creation. He says, gratitude. That's creation singing of itself, gratitude. That's you. Gratitude is you. See, the gratitude is infinite, without limit, no beginning nor end. It's the changeless one. Gratitude is the changeless one. Infinite, unchanging. Even gratitude is a concept in the mind of the dreamer. Then we can ask for a miracle in gratitude. Be shown what gratitude is. He says, see who it is. See that gratitude is you. So if that song's not playing infinitely for no reason, just that because it is, then we know who to ask about it. The one who's come to show us that we're the one. Let all things be exactly as they are. Gratitude. Everything as it is gratitude. Is pure holiness. Is to be everything exactly as it is holiness. Is creation. Infinite, unchanging. He says, will you give me your protest sign? You let me have it finally. Just feel yourself wrestling with him for it. And you can laugh. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, brother. As Jesus coming to light my life, the life, the one, the bearers of the light of God. To show me what gratitude truly is. Amen. It just feels good to spend a few moments in silence if you care to stay, and then we can just, in gratitude for all that we are. Namaste, brothers. Thank you for joining us today.